Do you want to draw a super cute 3D Panda Bear Cupcake? Let's get started. So let's go ahead and we're going to draw 2 dots. This determines the width of the cupcake. Now let's draw a foreshortened circle. And we're going to start drawing the outline of the cupcake. These diagonal lines. And for the base of the cupcake, let's draw a matching line that curves down. You want to match this curve. And there you have it. We have our first form in, our cylinder. So today we're using construction lines, so you can see there's part of this that I'm erasing. This is kind of like a hot dog shape that we're putting on top. That's going to be our frosting for our cupcake. And the panda bear's head is going to sit on top of this. Okay, we're going to start working on the cupcake liner. Trying to evenly space these lines. And they follow the shape of the cupcake liner. And now we're going to start curving some lines up for the top of the liner. So we're going to have the liner, a cake layer, and the frosting layer we're creating here. I'm going to make a little point of reference to draw to. This is called proportions. So the size and placement of the shape is very important. Obviously I don't want it too big or too small. I'm kind of adding a little bit of a cheek on the lower part of the form. Alright, so as an artist, oftentimes we stand back from our work, we evaluate it. Now that we've got that outline dialed in, these are little paws that are going to be holding a heart. Just adds another extra layer of detail and some cuteness to our drawing today. And that's what I was talking about, these construction lines. So we're using a constructivist approach. We're building with shapes and forms. And sometimes we have construction lines that we erase. Okay, so this is going to be the size and the placement here of the eyes. I love how pandas always look like they're thinking about snacks. And now they're the snack today, but a cute one, of course. And I'm so excited to have our little axolotl back in action. I haven't drawn this little axolotl since December. And this little whipped cream and cherry topper today. So bringing back a Sketch Lab favorite for this drawing. Super cute. This is the markings around the eyes. So a fun panda fact is that pandas spend 12 to 16 hours a day just eating. That's basically a full-time job. That'd probably hurt your jaw, wouldn't it? So they can eat up to 80 pounds of bamboo a day. That's a lot. So even though pandas are bears, 90% of their diet is bamboo, and they love it so much, they eat different parts of the plant depending on the season. So they do have really strong jaws, and they can obviously cut through that tough bamboo stalks. Kind of like we chomp on potato chips, probably. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dial in the ears. And once again, proportions are size relationships within the drawing. So how big are the ears in relationship to the head? So we're freehand drawing like this. We're got to be paying attention to those details. Size relationships. So think about it. The first step of a how to draw book, it starts off probably with some basic shapes, but how big is the head in comparison to the body? Where's the placement of the eyes, nose, and mouth? And as an artist, you got to be paying attention to those size relationships in the drawing. Here's a little heart now. Yeah, the great thing about pandas is they snack basically while they're just relaxing and lying down. So it's probably about the same thing as laying in your bed and watching TV and eating snacks all day. So this is the shape of the head of our axolotl. And these little shapes here are going to be its little hands. And we're going to... So this is called overlapping. That's a 3D drawing technique. I'm going to erase out some of those construction lines. And we're going to start off. These are the axolotl's gills, by the way. This is how the axolotl extracts oxygen from water. We're going to start off with those ovals in different sizes. I started off with a circle, and I was like, my original Sketch Lab axolotl has ovals for eyes, so I'm going to go back and change those here in a second. Still cute that way, but I'm going to change it here in a second. So this is the dollop of whipped cream, and we're going to drop a cherry on top. So we have a little bit more overlapping. So the circle is behind the whipped cream, so it looks like it's actually inside of it, sitting inside of it. And now as an artist, as you know, you just stand back, check out your work, and then once you're happy with it, we're moving on to outlining. So this is a fine detailed marker. And that's going to be really good for all these little details. So I know some people, they have like the manga microns and the fine tip pens, and those are great. Like, look at all the little details we've had on this character, that inside the eyes, nose, mouth, this little axolotl. In this drawing, we're saying the light source is on the right-hand side. So I actually added a little bit of thickness to the outlining on the left-hand side. Did you notice that with the Sharpie? the left-hand side. Okay, so I have a little bit of gray, and now I'm using the white Posca paint marker to color mix right on the canvas. So I just, on the right-hand side of the face, that's where the light source is hitting. So this is ivory, which is a light yellow, and then mix that in with some white. So look how three-dimensional the head looks. So we have black, and then I'm also adding a little bit of highlights there with the gray, a little bit of shading with the gray marker. It's going to make the ears appear to be a little bit more three-dimensional. Oh, look at that. Really starting to pop. And now going around the markings. The eyes, wow. Look at that expression. And adding in some of that pink. I'm going to blend in a little bit of white. That's called value. So whenever we use value, we're adding depth and dimension. Look how 3D the panda bear's head looks right now. Alright, so these are my colors now. I've got red and light pink and dark red. So look how 3D that cherry turned out. Looks so good. And I like to wait for the paint to be completely dry before I add the white highlights. Otherwise, it'll pick up the color that's underneath it. Alright, so robin green. And then I'm going to use a little bit of white for the color of the whipped cream. So I've got pink and light pink. So this is the pink I'm putting down first. Got the darker color on the left-hand side. And as we move over to the right-hand side, I've got the pink, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white to make it look like the sunlight is hitting, yep, the right side of the face and on the little hands there. I'm adding little dots with the fuchsia, and this is the 3M Posca paint marker. It's got the finer point on it. Wow. Look at that little guy. And use those same colors for the heart. So you should always try to use 3 values. Once again, I've got those 3 values. Use those 3 values. It's really going to make your artwork appear to be more three-dimensional. Yeah, look at that. It's really starting to come to life now. That's just the regular brown Posca paint marker. That's the cacao brown, adding a little bit of the darkness in the nooks and crannies. Mixing a little bit of white to lighten up the brown. Make it look like light is hitting it. So my color gradation on the cupcake is going to be purple, light purple, and then pink. So I'm about 1/3 purple. Now this is the light purple and then pink. Oh, look at that. That looks so 3D. These are just white lines with the Posca paint marker. Wow, look how this adorable panda bear turned out. I'm so happy we brought back the axolotl. Look at that, guys. So amazing. You can see, guys, with just 3 values and by drawing with forms. So in this video, we used overlapping as well. So cool. So this is the robin green and just doing the last little coloring inside of the eyes. Well, hey guys, I have a coloring page you can access in the description, or you can check the pinned comments and be on the lookout for tutorials on coloring with Ohuhu markers and Prismacolor pencils. Well, like I said, check out the playlist, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.